Hello, this is a short video on how the BRICS can de-dollarize, i.e., an architecture for a multilateral trading system. I'm Bharat Dharma 7 on X.com. Let's start by talking about the BRIC, which will be a unit of value independent of the currencies of the member states, some of which may have weak currencies and high inflation. The brick will not be used as a currency in any member state, but will enable trade settlements. Can the brick be based on gold? In my view, a basket of commodities is better, say steel, oil, wheat, in addition to gold, and you could have a basket of, say, a dozen commodities. Each commodity in the basket should have many producers and buyers to ensure good price discovery. So this trading system is going to need a BRICS bank, which is going to manage it. And the BRICS bank will maintain an account in each member nation denominated in the local currency there. And each member nation will maintain an account in the BRICS bank denominated in BRICS. Now let's talk about how we initialize the trading system. Each member nation will calculate how much it imports from other members over a period of, say, 3 months. Each member will give the BRICS Bank that amount and in return get an equivalent credit in its BRIC denominated account with the BRICS Bank. If the local currency is stable, the BRICS Bank may accept payment in that local currency. Otherwise, the payment can be in commodities or in any other stable unit of value by mutual agreement. Now let's look at how a trade will work. Say a buyer in member nation A wants to buy from a seller in member nation B. The buyer will pay his own government in the local currency of A. The government of A will transfer BRICS from its account in the BRICS bank to that of the government of B. And then the government of B will pay the seller in the local currency of B. Now let's talk about how this looks from the point of view of a member government. There is an initial payment in stable assets to get credit in its BRIC account with the BRICS bank. For imports, the government will get local currency payments from importers and transfer BRICS to other governments. For exports, the government will get BRIC credit in its BRICS bank account and make local currency payments to exporters. The BRIC balance in its BRICS bank account will rise and fall with exports and imports. Now let's talk about how we can handle trade deficits and trade surpluses. If a member nation has a persistent trade deficit with other member nations, it will have to buy additional BRICS from the BRICS bank, making payment in stable assets. If a member nation has a persistent trade surplus with other member nations, it can liquidate its excess BRICS and get stable assets in return from the BRICS bank. Now let's talk about how this looks from the point of view of the BRICS Bank. The primary task of the BRICS Bank will be to prudently manage the assets transferred to it by the member governments to buy BRICS. The bank gets more assets when members buy more BRICS and reduces its asset holdings when members liquidate their BRICS. The value of these assets should at least cover all the BRICS issued, i.e., the total of the BRIC balances of the member nations. And recall that the BRIC itself is defined in terms of a basket of commodities. The bank may invest the assets in the development of the member nations, and the ratio of the total asset value to the total BRICS issued should hopefully increase. If the assets are invested and increase in value, it will be possible for the BRICS Bank to create more BRICS and give them to the member governments as interest on BRIC balances. The BRICS Bank and the member governments will set up software systems to make trade as frictionless as possible. It should be possible, for example, for a buyer in one member nation to scan a QR code to transfer funds from his bank account to that of a seller in another member nation. So that's the end of this quick outline of how a multilateral trading system might work. I hope you found it interesting and I welcome your feedback at Bharat Dharma 7 on X. Thanks.